So
Feel
I'm
free to
Marissa
pace.
Ramos. I'm the interim division chief for the Office of AIDS. I've been here for a year, and I'm going to talk about the ending the epidemic. A lot of it you've already heard, but I'm going to tell you what we're doing at the state level. So as Mario said, there's 8 counties that were identified as having the most HIV cases. If you know how CDC funds, there's 3 different ways of funding in the state of California. Los Angeles gets its own funding, San Francisco gets its own funding, and the rest of California is ours. So, so it's really fair, but we try our best at the state. So we are calling us the California Consortium. And this time around, we really want to make a point that Mario's group and Tracy's group in San Francisco has really come together and made it a partnership. So they have the resources, and they're willing to help out the rest of the counties. So we are trying to go for that regional approach to this. So I'm not going to get into too much detail because I think you've heard enough of it. But this is the newest federal response that we got, and we were all surprised at it. We had, I think, 4 weeks to turn our CDC grant around. And it's to end the epidemic. So going back, I want to thank people here for inviting me, Cheryl, for inviting me to this very important meeting. I've been trying to make it down here, so I'm glad I made it down today. So there's two different phases. There's phase 1, and that's the phase 1 that we're in right now. So these were the highest HIV county states that were identified. And then there's the phase 2, and that's going to go nationwide. There's lots of money that's coming down. It's getting very confusing, especially at the state level. As you can imagine, everyone comes to us to see what we could help with. So we were surprised as well of how much funding came to the state. So there's HRSA funds, there's CDC funding, there's Indian Health Board that has funded, and then there's the NIH, and you've heard a lot about the NIH funding. So that was one that surprised us, but I'm glad we are now found each other and we are doing a partnership. So the goals is to diagnose, treat, protect, and respond. So we are trying to do that with our 6 counties, and I'll tell you how we're doing this. Again, I just wanted to let you know or show you the complexity of the funding, because not only did the federal government fund HIV different projects, but our state government, we also got a lot of general funds this year. So thanks to our advocates, we were able to get 3 different fundings. Oops, it went away. Maybe this one. What was that? It's not, oh, it came back. Oh, I have to stand on the X, if not, it disappears. Okay. Okay. So we got different funding sources also at the state. So we got general funds for HIV projects, and we're about to release an RFA. The RFA we're releasing, I'm hoping a lot of agencies apply. It's different from what we've done in the past that will help and align with ending the epidemic. We got STD funding, so $5 million for HIV, $5 million for STD, $5 million for HCV, and $15.2 million for syringe exchange or syringe services programs. So we're really, really excited. Again, look for some of the RFAs specifically for the syringe services program and the HIV. The other ones were allocations. This is just a slide. It's also in your packet, but just to show you and appreciate that Los Angeles is still the largest, but if you put together the 6 that we're in charge of, it's large enough that we need assistance from Los Angeles and San Francisco. So what are we doing at the state? So we have been told we are pass-through, okay? So appreciate that the state is giving the money over to those 6 counties. Those 6 counties have no way to receive CDC funding without us. So we're in charge of doing all the documentation, submitting the grants, putting together, organizing them, but they are in charge of what happens in their own county. Meaning they will have to gather their community and they have to come up with some innovative project that will move the needle to 0 or to end HIV. So this week we have Kevin Sitter, if some of you know him. We have started our tour of community engagement with these 6 counties. We've been in San Diego, San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and tomorrow is Alameda and Sacramento, probably next week or the following December. Monday, okay. So we have to put all these 6 plans together by December 30th. They're all distinct. They will have different funding that goes with them, and we have to put it together and send it in. Hopefully more than 6 weeks is given to us. Then at the same time, though, that this is happening, we decided to take an approach at the state level to actually look at our Getting to Zero plan and realign it to ending the epidemic. But we know it's not just one. We know it's 3. It's a syndemic. So our plan's going to be called End the Epidemics. And we are looking at HIV, STD, and HCV. And that goes, if you have heard, we're also integrating as one huge division. So we have a goal of creating this plan by July 30th, as Kevin coughs over there, by July 30th. So we're giving ourselves a little bit more time now that CDC has given us guidelines. Our plan, since we are just the funding source for those other 6 counties, we could take a little longer to do our state plan. The one thing that we do want to do with ending the epidemic of the state plan is make sure that we get community input throughout the state and to make sure that we're aligning it with Los Angeles and San Francisco. So we are going to be working closely, hopefully, with this community, San Francisco community, and the surrounding, all of the counties actually in the state of California. So again, just to let you know, the regional approach, we understand that the disease does not stay in one line, it crosses lines, many lines, and so we are invested in doing this regional approach and not just staying within one county. We also are working with lots of agencies and departments. I'm hoping that it's not only a CDPH ending the epidemics, and hopefully with the help of our dear friends of HIV Alliance, I'm looking over there, that we could really coordinate this as a state, departments, not just CDPH ending the epidemics. So I have been participating in some of the Department of Health Care Services meetings. We've met with Department of Managed Care. We've met with Covered California. And we've been working with CDCR and Department of Education as well. So I'm hoping that somehow this ends up as truly a California plan and not just a CDPH plan, now that I've been told I don't have till December 30th. So how could you help? You could help if most of you are probably from Los Angeles, but if you're in one of those other counties, please participate in all the community events that are going to be held. We also want to make sure that we get community input at any time. I'm very open, as some of you might know. I love emails. I will respond to any email I get. I try within 24 hours. But we do have a CDPH email specific for ending the epidemic. So all of you are welcome to send any ideas of what you like or maybe don't like about our Getting to Zero plan this time around. My idea is I'm going to ask the same question as Mario. How many people know our Getting to Zero for the state of California plan? Okay. This time around, what I want to do is something more simple. How many pages is our plan? It's a lot. I teach on the side at a university, and I know that no one really reads books, and ours is a book. So I will try to make the Cliff Notes this time because I want people to have it memorized. So there's my email address. So in case you want to email me directly, please do. If not, we will take emails through the ETE email box. And again, I welcome all the community input, good, bad, or anything comments that you have. And that's it.
Thank you very much.